right, guys, we have one from LV Nation. Let's get into it. Go follow.
Big news, ladies and gentlemen, from Texas. A judge just ruled in favor of Ken Paxton, and you won't believe what's actually happening out there with Gavin Newsom and JB Pritzker taking responsibilities for the runaway Democrats who are breaking quorum and not returning back. But there was a huge ruling that rules that these Democrats will not. So, okay, let me break this down to you. So, for those who don't know, right now, Democrats are being charged $500 a day for being gone. So, someone by the name of, a lot of you guys may be familiar with this Democrat who is a wild boy, wild Democrat, Beto O'Rourke. He has pledged to donate to every freaking Democrat $500 a day. But guess what? He just got some big bad news. I want you guys to take a listen to this because I think $500 a day for breaking quorum, trying to outlast this to the midterm so the redistricting and Jasmine Crockett doesn't lose her seat, right? The gerrymandering that the Democrats have done in every other state, they're sick to their stomach because they know that the run is over. But this guy right here, we're going to be talking about how he just got slapped down and he can't look out for the Democrats who are now $500 a day in debt for not returning. So let's take a listen to this clip right here coming from Fox News. Take a listen.
Republicans in Texas are also trying to deal a financial blow to Democrats. Paxton scored a victory when a state judge on Friday blocked former Democratic presidential candidate Beto O'Rourke from raising funds to help Democrats who left the state. Texas's House Speaker also says there are no more direct deposits, meaning Dems have to show up in person if they want to get paid. Charlie, Rachel, and Griff.
Thank you, Madeline.
Thanks, Maddie.
Thanks, Maddie.
You know, when you go through and you think about all of the things that Democrats could have gotten upset about over the last few years, like the invasion of the border, like shutting down our government, nothing got them out of bed. What gets them out of bed? Redistricting. The idea that they might lose power in Washington is what gets them out of bed. And they, not only that, they flee Texas over gerrymandering to California, where Democrats are threatening to do the exact same thing.
Well, the whole border was part of this, right?
Right.
I mean, this
Absolutely.
is all about, putting more people who aren't citizens into states and then apportioning more Democrats, essentially. And this involves federal money that we give to states that's based on population size as well. This is absolutely incredible because Donald Trump is teaching Republicans how to fight and to fight like Democrats. And when Republicans fight like Democrats, Democrats call foul.
Yeah, they cough out, and now they're all tripping out. I gotta also show you what Gavin Newsom and Nancy Pelosi, as you saw in that video, what they've been saying about this has been pretty crazy. But the situation in Texas is like we gotta really look into this. I want you to see this Betty O'Rourke guy, Betty, call him Betty, not calling him Beto. But here we go. Broke as a result of Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton's bribery investigation into Beto O'Rourke and George Soros, Judge Megan Fahey, placed a lying on all Beto's money and property. Her order also prevents him from raising additional money and distributing it to rogue Democrats holding the state of Texas hostage. So he's been one of the biggest contributors in Texas. Not only that, he has pledged to fundraise for Democrats to not get the fine of $500 a day. Now, my question is $500 a day too less, or is that not enough? Like, what is it? So here we go. So, when we look into this guy today, he was going absolutely crazy. I mean, he's been doing speeches. Look, breaking. Beto O'Rourke says F the rules and calls for Democrats redistricting in any way possible. The criminals are panicking. This is one of the biggest guys. He's taking the stage.
We're not going to let him stop us. Are you with me on that? Ándale. It also means, as Mark was saying earlier, we don't await the punch thrown by these would-be fascists to land. We punch first, and we punch harder. We want California and New Jersey and Illinois and Maryland and every other state where the Democrats hold the governor's mansion, the assembly, and the state senate. to redraw their congressional districts now, not wait for Texas to move first, to maximize Democratic Party advantage. Listen, you may say to yourself, well, those aren't the rules. There are no refs in this game. Fuck the rules. We are going to win whatever it takes.
After rules, says the same guy who just got slapped down by a judge for trying to cover the Democrats. It's crazy. Beto O'Rourke is going crazy in Texas. Look at this guy saying F the rules as if they already followed the rules. Holy smokes, Texas House just revoked the derelict Democrats, lawmakers' access to direct deposit, which we spoke about earlier. They can't get paid until they step foot back in Texas ground and charging them $500 a day while they're gone. Genius. The FBI is now also involved. Texas Democrats will not receive their paycheck until they go back to the House for this vote of redistricting. This is what panic looks like. This is pretty crazy. Eventually, they will come back, fighting back at the pocketbook. Trying to thwart this new congressional map was a bad move by the Democrats. It will end very poorly for the Dems. Gerrymandering is something that the Democrats have been doing. They did it in Chicago. I mean, they did it in Illinois. They did it in California. And it's been pretty wild to see that these events that they're holding and these events that they're having are look, here we go. I sued Robert Francis O'Rourke for Beto O'Rourke, to Democrat runaways to impede the Texas legislature. This is coming from Attorney General Ken Paxton. I will not allow failed political has-beens to buy off Texas elected officials. I'll see you in court, Beto. And now we get the big ruling from this. So we jump to the governor of California, who held a press conference basically speaking about what's been going on. Not only is Beto O'Rourke trying to look out for the Democrats, but these governors, Democrat governors, are trying to look out for the Democrats. And he says, if Texas allows Donald Trump to rig the 2026 election, California will be ready to fight back. And here's his threats to President Trump.
We are moving forward. Make no mistake. California is moving forward as a state that's larger than 21 state populations combined. We are not a small, isolated state larger than 21 populations combined. We tried to play by a higher set of standards and rules with our independent redistricting, and we believe in that. And we are not talking about eliminating that commission. We are talking about emergency measures to respond to what's happening in Texas, and we will nullify what happens in Texas. We will pick up 5 seats with the consent of the people. And that's the difference between the approach we're taking and the approach they're taking. We're doing it on a temporary basis. We're doing it in a fully transparent way. And we're doing it by asking the people of the state of California for their consent and support. Mark that stark contrast to what's happening in Texas.
Yeah, so apparently, Nancy Pelosi and Gavin Newsom backed the Democrats breaking quorum and running away from the state in order to basically they just can't vote on this. They don't want to vote on this. So from the fines to California to Illinois, here are the Democrats supporting each other on this.
Not only do they want to take out 5 congressional seats and steal them, they now want to take out the representatives that are actually standing up against them attempting to rig the next election cycle. Duly elected representatives out of Texas that have elected us to be here today to break quorum per our Constitution because we know that the majority has gone off the rails.
It's not about lines, it's about drawing a line, and it's all about elevating a deeper consciousness of the line that Donald Trump continues to cross. It's not about him playing by a different set of rules. There are no rules for Donald Trump. This is in American history. They will lose in the midterm.
Why does this guy talk like that?
He knows it. Why else would he make that phone call? His agenda's failing. His presidency is failing. He knows the headwinds in a midterm. He's dialing for seats.
The president has paved over the Rose Garden. He's paved over freedom of speech. He's paved over freedom of education. The list goes on and on. Independent judiciary, rule of law, pave it over. But we will not let, it's gone too far. We will not let him pave over of free and fair elections in our country, starting with what he's trying to do in Texas.
Awkward. So yeah, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it. This will end very poorly for the Democrats. Gerrymandering not allowed in the United States of America. What's happening? Are the Democrats mad that the Republicans are doing the same thing that they've done? Is that what it is? Or are the Republicans just really just wrong here? Let me know down in the comments.
All right, guys, we'll follow.